This is Ryan Watches a Movie, where we get our friend Ryan to watch a movie and tell us what he thought.
Going balls out in the lumberyard.
Watching the Grunion crawl Magi.
Little kids got naked and had lots of sex.
Don't even waste your time.
Hello and welcome to Ryan Watches a Movie. This is episode number 56. My name is Adam. Today I'm joined by Ryan. How are you, Ryan?
Yep.
Switched it up. We also have Kevin here. How are you, Kevin?
Terrible.
Terrible.
All kinds of awful.
All kinds of awful. What movie do we have you watch this week, Ryan?
The Devil Inside.
The Devil Inside from 2012. This is in honor of Last Exorcism 2 coming out this week.
Is this also in honor of the Pope retiring?
Yeah, actually, it is.
Yes. Love it.
This is written and directed by William Brent Bell. It stars Fernanda Andrade? Andrade?
Sure.
Simon Quarterman, Evan
Helmuth. Susan Crowley.
Susan Crowley, Bonnie Morgan, some other people.
Who gives a shit?
We do have a trailer here. Let's give this bad boy a listen. This is The Devil Inside.
My mother murdered 3 people.
Police arrived
She
at the home.
had committed these murders during an exorcism. An exorcism performed on her. The Holy Church got involved, and she was transferred to the Centrino Mental Hospital in Rome. So here I am. You start wondering, is it in my genes? Am I gonna flip out one day?
Just precautions. If she became so difficult, there is a panic button on the wall.
Maria, I'm your daughter.
Connect the cuts. Connect the cuts. Connect the cuts.
All right. Well, I'm going to cut it there. There's a big jump scare
Oh, yeah.
after she says that. So,
Great.
all right, Ryan, what'd you think?
Well, I watched the movie once and I was drunk. And I thought I'd get it because I was drunk. So I watched it again when I was sober, and it still didn't make sense. So it's not because I was drunk. It's just because it's a fucking retarded movie.
Now, does it get different ratings based on drunk and sober
No.
viewing? No?
Yeah. I thought the number was going to improve over the drunk viewing, but it did not. It stayed the same.
Oh.
So this got a 6% on Rotten Tomatoes. Is that an accurate score?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us about what happens in this?
All I know is, or all I understand is this lady, her mom, goes through an exorcism and kills people. And then, for some odd reason, they export her to Italy. So I don't really understand why they expedite her to Italy. But,
To be closer to the Pope and the Vatican.
well,
Everyone knows that's how you fight demons, Ryan. Come on.
They export her to Italy.
Oh, God. Love it.
So she is there and she's in this mental hospital and she hasn't seen anyone for years. And her daughter goes to visit her and she apparently realized who her daughter is, even though she never saw her before. And her daughter gets 2 priests that, ironically, they speak perfect English. Actually, so do most of the people in this movie. But it all takes place in Italy. But anyway, she gets these priests, and they try to perform an exorcism. It doesn't work, and the girl ends up freaking out at the end of the movie, and the one dude kills himself because apparently she's possessed, and she makes him do it. And then there's 2 other guys, camera guy and 1 priest, and they're at the hospital, and she freaks out, and they try to take her somewhere else, and she causes them to hit an oncoming 18-wheeler, and the camera kind of like is inside the car while they're doing roly-poly stuff, and somehow the car doesn't dent that much, nor does any of the glass break at all in the entire car, but it rolls a lot, and that's it. The screen goes black.
Oh, okay. It does say here that it has one of the worst endings in recent memory.
Yeah, I was gonna say David Haglund of Slate wrote, "Is it the worst movie ending of all time?"
Yeah, I remember when this came out, they said that the ending was absolutely horrible.
So Ryan, let's pose that question to you: Is this the worst movie ending of all time?
It's, I would say it's the worst one I ever saw, but it's definitely up there.
It's up there.
Up there.
Would you say it's in your top 10?
As far as movie endings, yeah.
All right.
What do you think's the worst movie ending, Kevin? Funny Games?
I think that's just the
Could
worst movie, period.
Yes, thank you. That movie is a complete piece of shit. I'm sure there's ones that are worse, but I usually don't take the time to watch terrible movies.
Usually a lot of times it's horror movies that
Yeah.
have the bad endings.
Yeah, they're definitely known for that. I'd
And
say
it's-
like
I remember-
90% of the time I'm disappointed by the way a horror movie ends.
One that sticks out to me is High Tension. I remember when I first saw High Tension, I was like, man, this movie is awesome. And then all of a sudden they do the twist at the end, and I'm just like, oh no.
Oh, the ending to Insidious. That was pretty fucking
Yeah.
terrible.
Well, I didn't mind the ending to Insidious, but then again, I like that movie, and you
I've
despise
hated
it, so so that's so this also got a Metacritic score of 18
Seems a bit
out of 100.
Seems a bit high.
18 out of 100. It does look pretty bad. Let's just go over the director, William Brent Bell. See what else he did. Stay Alive, which was I've seen that. It's a horror movie about a video game,
All right.
and Frankie Muniz is in it.
Oh.
Does he die?
I believe he does die.
Then
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that movie.
Whatever happened to him?
I don't know. It's a good question. He just kind of. Oh, he no, something actually something did happen. I heard in the news recently that he had like some kind of like serious medical thing happen to him. Like he had a heart attack or something.
It's probably because he spent too much money buying the cars for the Fast and the Furious. Because he did do that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, like he had a heart attack or something.
Whoa. This is actually very, very bizarre. Frankie Muniz has actually joined the band from York County, our York
Oh
County.
yeah,
Kingsfoil.
that's right.
Kingsfoil.
That's right. I did because that's how I found out about him having like the heart attack or whatever. My dad told me because it was in the paper in York.
Wow.
How about that?
That's very bizarre.
Stay alive. You die in the game. You die for real. 2006.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He didn't do much other stuff. This guy. He did another movie. He did a movie in '97 called Sparkle and Charm, which I don't know too much about. And then apparently he has a film in post-production called WER.
I'm sure that'll be good.
It's a horror movie, and according to IMDb, it says a defense attorney begins to suspect that her client, who was charged with the murders of a vacationing family, might be more than meets the eye.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard of it, so.
Oh, just to come back, it was a mini stroke. Frankie Muniz had a mini stroke.
I knew it was something along those lines.
York, Pennsylvania will do that to you.
I wonder if he lives in York.
That would
I
be.
hope he lives like in my apartment
He
complex.
probably did.
That'd be-
He lives
oh my
like 4
God.
doors down from you.
That'd be so funny.
Oh God, I hope so. It'd be amazing.
Anything else to add about this movie, Ryan? Sounds like you.
There's a website devoted to. Apparently, this is a true story, or
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like Blair Witch,
Yeah.
and they're trying to make it a true story.
Yeah,
But there's a website fully devoted to the fact.
I went to that website. It looks like a piece of part of their marketing campaign. But it does seem odd that they would have it because it says that it's shown after the movie's over. It tells you to go to this website,
Yes.
which
maybe-
seems bizarre. Why wouldn't you do that before, like leading up
like
to the release of the
Right.
movie?
Like a viral marketing campaign.
Now, Ryan, are you a fan of exorcism movies?
If they scare me, yes. But the only scary parts of this were like loud noises.
I was
Right
gonna say.
after being quiet.
I was gonna say it sounds like there's a lot of jump scares in this movie,
Yeah.
which are just so fucking lazy.
There's a lot of like at one point they do an exorcism on someone else, and I can't really explain it in words, but the girl's laying on a bed, her head is up, one of her legs around her head, and the other leg is straight down. And they gotta exercise her, and she tries to get in a different position, and you can hear her bones cracking, and that was kind of gross, but
It seems to be like a staple of the exorcism movie is body twisting and
Because it is creepy as shit.
oh yeah, it looks. I remember the was the one I think it was called The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
I was gonna say I think that's the one I want to see because isn't that supposed to be somewhat good?
I didn't like it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't like that one.
Wait, isn't there
But
one that's supposed to be pretty good?
The Last Exorcism.
Okay.
That one actually is. I like that one. It is found footage, so if you watched it now, it might feel a little tired, and maybe a little cliche.
Well, I mean,
just
the
like
whole-
just like Blair Witch would.
The whole exorcism
that's
genre.
another thing about this movie. It's found footage as well.
Right. Yeah. This one's found footage too. But the interesting thing about The Last Exorcism is that it's kind of a different take. Basically, the plot of that one is that there's this guy who he's an exorcist, and he performs exorcisms, and he decides to make a documentary about how it's all fake and how he fakes it. So he gets this documentary crew to follow him on the last one that he's going to perform before releasing the documentary to the public and showing that it's all fake.
Gotcha.
But of course it turns out to be like the real deal. But
Twist.
there's some really cool. That's not really the twist. They give that. I mean, early on, there's something going on, but there is some really crazy twists at the end. I do recommend The Last Exorcism.
I think that speaks to the power of The Exorcist. I mean, we still haven't come out with an exorcism movie that's better than that one, or at least comes close to it.
No, I mean, I wouldn't say that The Last Exorcism comes close to The Exorcist, but I mean, there have been movies. The Exorcist 3 actually comes pretty close to being as good. The Exorcist 3 is really good, and I think that you would like that one, Kevin.
I just think it's crazy. It still hasn't been because it's perfect for a horror movie or a scary movie.
Oh, I think that it was just there was nothing like it when that movie came out. I mean, it was completely groundbreaking. I mean, it's still probably the best horror movie ever made.
Yeah, definitely one
and
of.
It's still, and I know that some people are just like, well, it's not scary, but I can watch The Exorcist today and it still scares me.
It's still freaky.
I also
shit.
want to add that Wikipedia says this movie made over $100 million.
Awesome.
I want to
remember
know
when-
how fuck that's possible.
Thank you.
I remember.
Thank you.
I
people.
remember this came out like at the beginning of the year last year, and there was like nothing else out. It was like during that January drought, of movie drought,
Yeah.
But I will say that the marketing for this movie, the trailers, made it look good.
I was gonna say, I think I do vaguely remember the trailers making this film look good. I think I might actually be interested in it.
Yeah, like it actually won the Golden Trailer Award last year for Best Horror Trailer.
Yeah, because if you think about it, that is a really, I mean, that's the epitome of a good trailer.
Right,
To take a shit movie and you're able to cut pieces out of it, make a trailer that makes people want to see it, enough that you can make $100 million.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Here's
I mean, I remember when this came out, I wanted to see it. I was like, yeah, it looks awesome. Looks freaky as hell.
So on a related note, Ryan, how do you feel about the Pope retiring?
We're not gonna talk about it.
That's a slippery slope. Okay.
I also want to add that on Wikipedia they have this sentence that says, additionally, the audience reception was very negative. If the audience reception was negative, then again, how did it make $100 million?
Because everyone wanted to see it, unfortunately, at the same time and didn't wait to hear views and such.
People probably went to see it opening weekend and got bamboozled.
Oh, nice.
All right, you ready for your drum roll?
Yeah.
Okay. Ryan, what do you give The Devil Inside?
3.
That was a quick one.
Rattle that off quick.
As soon as I hit the button, you were announcing
He's
that.
a busy man. He's got things to do.
All right, that's a 3 out of 10 for The Devil Inside. Now, do you have any inkling to see The Last Exorcism 2?
Or to be the next pope.
Yes.
I'll go see The Last Exorcism 3.
Okay.
I hope they make that. Because I want 3 exorcisms that are the last exorcisms.
Yeah.
I hope.
Apparently, this is like a big trend right now. Is naming movies in ways that seem ridiculous.
I can't wait. I hope it's The Last Exorcism 3, the first exorcism. I would enjoy it.
Yeah, and I believe that they did the same thing that they did with Blair Witch with this one, where the second Blair Witch was not found footage, and I don't think The Last Exorcism 2 is found footage. I believe it has some of the same cast members in it, but I'm sure that it's not going to be very good.
Oh, okay. I didn't know anything about this movie. It's directed by the guy that did Small Town Murder Songs.
The Last Exorcism 2?
Yeah, that was a decent movie.
I don't even think I've seen that.
Don't waste your time, by the way.
So,
don't waste it. Find something else to do. Apparently, this movie doesn't entertain you if you're drunk or sober.
I was going to say, it's not even good drunk. I mean, damn, what's the point then?
I don't know. Maybe this new one will be good. I wouldn't hold my breath on that one.
No.
But it seems like if it was The Last Exorcism in the first one, there'd be no point to this one. And the way that they end this first one, I don't know. I guess they kind of leave it open, but
Just stupid.
Probably not going to be worse than Haunting in Connecticut 2: Ghosts of Georgia.
Oh, Jesus. I love it.
I want to know who came up with that great idea, that great name.
Someone. Someone did.
Some
It's all about
genius.
the money.
All right, any final thoughts, Ryan?
Nope.
Nope. All right.
Yes.
There you have it. Devil Inside, 3 out of 10. Probably not worth your time.
No, not probably. It's not worth your fucking time.
It's an adamant not worth your time.
Well, I think that does it. For all the latest film news and reviews, visit us at filmpulse.net. We want to hear your feedback. Send us an email, feedback@filmpulse.net, or call our voicemail line at 850-391-6071. Also, please take a minute to rate us on iTunes. We appreciate that very much. For filmpulse.net, my name is Adam.
I'm Kevin.
And we will see you on Monday.
See you later.
Oh, are we ready to go?
Yeah, I think so. Ryan sounds exhausted.
Yeah. All right.